Let's see. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome. It's it's been a long time. um, how is your summer? I hope it is going well. It's just begun. Things are warming up here in California, um, and we're off to the races. Um, it's been a while since I've done a Facebook Live, and we're gonna be doing a little bit of retooling inside of this coaching group. Um, and so, first off, what I want to do is I want to welcome you, and then I want to introduce Josie Lawrence to you, who is assisting me with all things social media, and for whom I am very grateful. So she is going to be doing some posting in the group. So if you see her name, we're working together to try to really boost the activity in the group so that we can really be of service to each other. And so I'm kind of excited about that. And let's see, what else did I want to say to you? I don't know about you, but I just have been so busy. And with life, and not necessarily with voiceover things, although voiceover things are kind of picking up, which is kind of awesome. And I think the fact that they're picking up is, a piece of that at least is a result of, the world is kind of starting to open again. And so that's a really nice thing. Um, and so this leads me to the topic of the day, and I'm not going to keep you very long. I really just want to share one short story with you. Um, One small blessing of these lockdowns for an introvert, right, is that for me, to I have been able to hibernate without feeling guilty, right? Because I am always feeling guilty about being an introvert and not really liking to go out and be social and all that kind of. It's a challenge for me. Um, so so that's been kind of a blessing. And as things now begin to open, right, we're going to be heading out into studios, and we're going to be heading out into conferences and social gatherings, right? I'm gonna just like pause myself here for a second, and I would love it if you're here, if you could just say hi in the comments, and that way I'll know that you're here. That would be super helpful. So as things start to open, we're going to be heading out of our studios again, right? Into social gatherings and conferences. And that can be really unnerving for introverts. So if you are an introvert, this is really for you. If you're an extrovert, um, here's an opportunity for you to peek inside the world of someone who's very different than you, right? And so that we might have a little bit more understanding of each other, right? So I want to tell you this story about my adjustment, the adjustment that I finally made being an introvert that really helped me to not be afraid of being in social situations, right? So I don't know how many of you are familiar with the conference Promax, right? Promax is a big conference for promo, as you can imagine, by the name. And it usually takes place in New York or Los Angeles. And that's for promos in general. So all the major networks are there, and it's a big kind of event. And a lot of voice actors go to it, and they go to network. They go to network with promo producers and all those folks, right? So there's also Promax Affiliate, which is held in Las Vegas every year. Promax Affiliate, for those of you who don't know what an affiliate promo is, your local town, your community, right? Like in Los Angeles, we have a station. It's a local station, KNBC, right? And that local station is affiliated with the NBC network. So there are affiliate stations all over the country, small stations that do local news that are affiliated with the various networks, CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, CW, like all of them, right? So I have incorporated affiliate promo work into my world. It's a different kind of work. I don't recommend it for everyone. It has its challenges. Um, And it has been the bane of my existence to go to this affiliate conference in Las Vegas. I hate it. Well, I'm just being honest here. Um, and yet, my agency, Atlas Talent, they host that entire event, right? So it's important that I go, right, as a person on their roster who works in affiliate. I don't work a lot in affiliate, but I'm building it, so it's important for me to go. So Atlas hosts the entire event, but then on the first night, they host a party. They rent a big suite in the hotel and they host a party for all their clients, and the voice talent from Atlas can come to that party. Well, this party terrifies me, right? I don't have that many affiliates. I'm not good at networking. I don't like to walk up to people and introduce myself. It's terrifying. I would rather talk to my voiceover friends who are attending the party as well, right? And so I got an admonition a couple years ago from one of my agents to say, you don't get to come to this party and just talk to your voiceover friends. Like, get in there, right? Get in there and meet people, which to me was like, it was like an assault on my person. like that's a hard ask for me, right? And so I started by just walking over to the food table, right? Like, well, if I just stand here and eat, at least I'm doing something and I don't look like a dork standing in the corner not doing anything, you know? And so it sort of started there, right? And then I had this epiphany. I thought, I'm not the only introvert in this room. I am so focused on myself and my own nerves and my own fears and my own fears and my own worries and just being super self-conscious. And I realized there are other people in this room who feel exactly the same way I do, right? So I started looking up, right? Like, look around the room. And sure enough, I saw them. I saw individuals who were staring into their drink, looking at their food plate, nobody to talk to, right? And I thought, oh, wait a second. This I'm good at. I can walk up to a person and one person from whom I want nothing, right? And I know wants nothing from me. And I can walk up and say, hey, I'm Kay. How are you liking the party? And I'll know that there's a particular camaraderie, right? It's like, I see you, introvert, right? And it has changed the way I view going into social gatherings, work gatherings, right? Where it's important that I be there, but I don't know what to do with myself, right? And so it's shifted my perspective to be able to do the thing that I know that I can do, which is reach out to one individual person and just sort of introduce myself and say, I see you, right? And there was one instance at this particular party where I had this epiphany, where I walked up to a woman who was trapped. Like the room was so strangely set up and it was so crowded. And she found herself in the middle of, like, at the corner of an L-shaped sectional couch. And she was like standing in the intersection of the L, and she couldn't move, right? And she was like, I felt so badly for her. And I pushed my way through, right? And I walked over to her and I said hello and I introduced myself and asked her how she was. And she said, well, I'm good. She goes, I'm here. I really just want to meet John Wasser. He's the only person I really need to see. And I saw that she was a producer from, a particular network. And I said, oh, let me find him for you. I will, because she'd never met him. So she didn't know what he looked like, right? So I just said, stay right here and I'll bring him to you, right? So I walked away. I found John and I brought him over and I said, John, this is, whatever her name was. I'm terrible with names. I introduced them, they began talking, and I stepped out like I'm done. so, so that's really all that I wanted to share with you today, right? That there's a way for those of us who feel intimidated walking into a room full of strangers. There's a way for us to manage, right? And there's a way for us to be useful, right? Not just to ourselves, but to other people, right? And I think that actually is what makes us ultimately feel the best when we finally walk out of the room for the day and back to our hotel rooms, to our little sanctuaries, right? Is that we have been of a little bit of service, right, to someone else. So, so that's my story. So in answer to the question, like I think I titled this, can introverts be the life of the party? I think we can, but we're not gonna be the ones in the center of the room with a lampshade on our heads, right? That's not us. We're gonna be over in the corner with one person, saving the moment for them. And so I hope there's something in there that you find useful. And I hope that if you're an extrovert listening to this, you can do this too, and help an introvert out, right? Because all we really need is one person to talk to. So that's the Facebook Live for today. I'm just going to take a look here and see if anybody's asked any questions. But I see you, Leslie and Bridget and Jenna Sharp, Cheryl. Hello. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing up. Just to wrap things up, on kind of the regular schedule, hopefully we're going to get things onto a regular schedule where on Mondays, we do Monday Maxims, which is really just a way of saying post your favorite meme, right? Whether it's an encouraging meme or a humorous meme. And you can do that in the comments when that gets posted on Mondays. On Wednesdays, we're going to do Facebook Lives. If you have any ideas or things that you want addressed in Facebook Lives, just send me a message. I've got a whole list of things that you guys have already talked to me about. But please, if there's something that's on your if there's something that's on your mind, just go ahead and send me a message, and I'll do my best to address it. On Thursdays, we're going to have Thankful Thursdays. So be ready to share those things for which you are thankful, whether it's a moment, it's a person, it's an event, it's a happening. And then on Fridays, of course, we're going to have our Friday brags, where you are welcome to share all of the good things that have happened that you're super proud of that week. Whether it's a booking, whether it's a great audition that you did, whether you stepped outside of your comfort zone, whether you got your car washed, because for me, or cleaned your house, because that's a big deal for me. That's a huge accomplishment if I get anything like that done. So that's kind of going to be our schedule, and I do hope that you will you'll bring yourself to it, because I know that you have so much to offer and so much to share with the rest of the group. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, that's so nice. Jenna, the people who think they're good at network are probably the annoying people. They're annoying to introverts anyway. I think, Leslie, yes, one of my loneliest times was at a conference. Yeah. I know it's really rough. We're all doing, we're all really putting in the effort to show up, right? I can't tell you how many times I've gone to a conference and spent the entire time in my hotel room, and I come out for meals, and maybe if there's something I want to sit and listen to, and I sit in the back, and then I go right back to my room, right? It's a lot. It asks a lot of us, and it uses up all our energy. So we have to be pretty full, we have to be filled to be able to go to a conference, because those conferences really deplete us. So you certainly can't go depleted, right? That's That's another thing. It's like to be rested, to be well fed, to take care of yourself, right? To make sure that you've got everything kind of in place wherever you're going so that you can take care of yourself. And then that makes it easier to step into a room and to look outward and see who else might be there who's in the same boat. So, well, that is it for today, my dear ones. Thank you so much for attending. And again, please, just however you're able, keep in touch. Let me know what you're doing and what you need from me. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week. Take care. Ciao.